He's treating a urinal to his largesse of piss like an action painting, its excess dangerously close in its plash to his coated leather uppers. He sings tra-la-la, I'm not listening. He drenches the place as he would the status quo, given the chance and a good go. He is rebellion, if he says so himself, in this eternal now in the northwest of England. But the bone-crusher state waits outside in the form of the parkie on patrol, who's giving no holy words in a once-over, sniffing out trouble in his particular cabbage patch. "Hello, is anyone in? I'll count to 10 them and come in to get you," says he. Gnome near the garden wall. Caricature. The original Mr. Nosy Parker. The tennis courts should be the main priority, according to his rota right now, but balls to that. His fly in the ointment sends his glowing report, commendation from the parish council cleanliness quorum, who meet on Wednesdays, and since timing is everything, it's Tuesday. Fortunate that. He rubs his hands, thinks of the headlines to follow. Employee of the week. With his bare hands he wrestled to the floor. Tankard engraved on mantelpiece. Job's worth peering in through window is what our rebel sees, finishing up. Be a rolling stone, gathering no moss, but to stick around too long is to attract the man, okay, was advised in squatly whilst from cohort. Forgot. No heed took of the lessons of Czechoslovakia 1968, beware of being uppity, Hungary before. Attracting the attention of authority means oppression awaits. Now all he wants is mum, hot water bottle. Wearing velveteen was bad enough, as were the flares he got, but was disinclined to wear. They got tap. Dick Emery, to the initiated gob, on the streets of Manchester. "Ooh, you're awful, but I like you." He could tell him that his knotted neckerchief was a goad, throwing off the burden of the nog, the uniform, for something not easily pigeonholed. But down the pub, in the co-op, interviewed for part-time job. You know the answer. And to wear a poncho was to draw attention to the wisp of his moustache, and worse, to the language from Oz he'd learned by heart and threw around like stink bombs with abandon. There was a place and time, a Reprit Polytechnic, picket line, up the sleeve of Angora shawl, passing labourers at the bus stop, muttered if you have to, not prime time, or in this park. Not here at the ratepayers' pride and joy, pinning signs on the bowling green, our membership required is a fundamentally fascist way of organising things. Stratas of men and women divided means this turf dug up and left for worms to wriggle free of. The Lawn Association, they want to separate us. Destruction of their pride and joy will make 'em see, says useful idiot, green as the grass is, hiding in the bogs now, pants round knees. Parky wouldn't understand. He would just have kittens if explained. It's intellectual, dear boy. Ideas are their own justification. All Parky knows is this gawp was on his flower beds in heels, trying to steal away. And if frequenting the conveniences, middle of a working day, 3 times in 30 minutes is behaving reasonably, then he's a Dutchman. Let's leave it that way. Let's not. Let's see what the upshot is of fancy talk, not ... to be continued. But fini, kaput, put a stop to for good. This generation, they don't know the barn. I was in the war, you know. My head is full of shrapnel. His sort should be shot, and would if I had my licence back, for incident I can't go into detail of. But suffice to say, we're on collision course, him and me, and 40 years between us. I will prevail. I'll go in with my spade raised up, to where the armoured shank stands proud, and assailants crouched as if to run, dressed like David Bowie what with Little Red Book, and the mess will be horrendous afterwards. I don't know. Kids these days.